What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Wiz Khalifa Cabin Fever 3. It happened. He's been teasing it on Twitter for, the last couple months or so. And he pretty much put it out within like a 24-hour notice. And I gotta say, I just missed the surprise element of Cabin Fever. I know the second one didn't come out as a surprise, but the first one came out with no warning whatsoever, and I missed that because when he first did that, there wasn't too many surprise mixtapes dropping. So that's besides the fact that the music was good, that's what I remember most about Cabin Fever, and I was hoping that maybe he would do the same for two, three, four, five, six, however many he does. So I wanted to see that, and I was hoping maybe he'd do it for three. He kind of did it, but not really. Um, but I was not a big fan of Cabin Fever 2. I didn't like it. It sounded too Bay Area for me. And I know Wiz Khalifa has the ability to like kind of take different sounds and apply it to his own sound and make something good. Like when he does, his trap music or his version of trap music. Um, but yeah, like I said, I just didn't feel like he fit in with the whole Bay Area type of vibe. He was working with Problem and I Am Sue heavily on the project and their producers, so it really had that sound. And I just don't think Wiz achieved it. I'm happy to say that he did redeem himself on Cabin Fever 3. It's pretty much kind of like that Trap Wiz, when he dropped 28 grams. He works with like Sunny Digital a lot, um, TM88, you know, Sunny Digital pretty much does almost the whole project. He's on one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 of the 11 songs. And he sounds good on them too. Like, there's a record called Respect with K Camp and Juicy J, and K Camp's hook, really good. Even more memorable than that, I like Juicy J's interlude where he speaks. He speaks at the end of this record and at the end of Call Again. And I was thinking to myself, like, I want Juicy J to speak at my funeral because I don't want people to leave all sad. I want them to leave motivated. And Juicy J is like a motivator when he speaks, somewhat. He goes a little bit overboard, I think. Giving him, a minute plus to speak is kind of, too much because he just kind of rambles on a little bit. But at the same time, it's memorable. It's Juicy J. What else do you expect out of him? My favorite record on there is Move On featuring Kevin Gates. A lot of the records have like really memorable melodies, and Move On is one of the ones that stands out the most, and probably because I'm a big Kevin Gates fan, that helps as well. One of the records I didn't like was Shit Starter with 2 Chainz. I just feel like that entire record was not... It fits into the project, but it doesn't sound up to par with everything else. And I think I had the same issue with the record called Left with Yo Gotti. Both of those records just weren't up to par with everything else in the project. So, that stood out. And the fact that like 2 Chainz spit a bad verse this time around. He said, "I'm with the shit. I need wet wipes." Like, I'm so tired of punchlines using shit. No, we just gotta stop that because there's no creative punchlines like that anymore. It was cool when like Lil Wayne did it, and in 2005 on the Carter 2. I'm sure he wasn't the first person, but it was cool then. But now it's just kind of played out, and that's one of the standout lines for all the bad reasons that I had. And the other record that I feel was good but just doesn't fit is Fuck Day. It's pretty much a bonus track at the end, and I like it. I like the fact that Ricky P got, a placement on here. He's a really talented producer. He's worked with Wiz Khalifa a lot in the past, but as cohesive as Cabin Fever 3 is, this doesn't fit into it. So I was disappointed, that it was just kind of thrown there, and it fits subject matter, but sound wise it's more slowed. Wiz is on his auto-tune heavy, kind of slow and all that. So it just, like I said, it just doesn't fit. And now I have 3 questions for you guys. What did you think of Call Again? And the reason why I asked this question is because Call Again is produced by Easy Mo B. If you know anything about him, he was a producer in the 80s and 90s, Big Daddy Kane. He did Biggie's Party and Bullshit. He did several other records for Biggie on both of the albums, Ready to Die and Life After Death. He did 2 on Tupac's Me Against the World. And it was just kind of a random placement. Like, when you look at the track list, you see the producers just like Sunny Digital, Sunny Digital, Sunny Digital, TM88, Easy Mo B. What the hell? It was just random. And I loved it. I liked the record. I think it still fits into, the overall product. But it was also like that one random moment where it's like, damn, where did Wiz find Easy at? I don't believe... I was trying to look up his discography. I didn't find a whole lot, but I don't know the last thing that he produced. So it's been a while since his name kind of surfaced. And I thought it was just interesting. So what did you think of that record, Call Again? Number 2, who had the best guest feature? There's a lot of them. Not a lot, but enough. One I didn't even talk about yet was King Los. Coming off his kind of disappointing verse on No Ceilings 2, I wasn't, I wasn't as hype. I was glad to see Los because I always liked Los, but I was wondering, if he was really going to kill this or if it was just going to be like another, generic verse like he did on No Ceilings 2, but he really killed it. He had some really fire punchlines. He had the G Unit, the Banks, Bucks. That one was really good. And I think for that, I think he was my standout. But it's hard because everybody minus 2 Chainz really went in. So it's a tough pick, but I'm going to go with Los. But I want to know who you had as best guest feature. And lastly, where do you rank Cabin Fever in the series? For me, I'm going to rank it like this. Cabin Fever 1, Cabin Fever 3, and then Cabin Fever 2. Simple. But you might have a different placement. Rank the Cabin Fever series. 1, 2, and 3. Where do they all rank? Which one's reign supreme? Which one, is the least out of the 3? So yeah, once you listen to Cabin Fever 3, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Talk about them questions I just asked. And like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain. As always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching. And until next time, peace.